The Thunder have looked so dominant. Typically, this is the part of the show where we toss to hearing from the star of the losing side of this. But actually, Anthony Edwards, he didn't speak after last night's game. He left the arena before he spoke to reporters here. And it was interesting. He said he was fined $50,000 after game one for using profanity. He said that he was fined $50,000 for saying, I can't believe I took 13 effing shots. Honestly, I thought that was a little bit weak. We shouldn't be trying to legislate the personality out of guys, but that's the league's prerogative, and the fines are starting to pile up, as you can see here, for Anthony Edwards. But that all aside, Chiney, a lot of folks are starting to ask the question, is this series pack up? It's going to be done.
I don't think it's done, but you're starting to see that it will take a Herculean, gargantuan, nuclear type of effort from Anthony Edwards, which we were on the precipice of seeing, last game, for them to win, for them to compete, because they're not getting the same thing that Andraya just outlined. The consistency from the supporting cast. And the tough thing is that you are going up against not even one of the best defense in the NBA. You need to be able to stop them too, the Oklahoma City Thunder. I mean, they're shooting well in second halves. They're shooting crazy in third quarters. Your defensive guy cannot stay on the floor. And I know, Perk, you don't like drop coverage. He was in drop coverage, Rudy Gobert.
I hate it.
I know you don't. You're allergic to it.
Same. We're on the same page.
When you are going up, I was talking to our amazing researchers, Jason Joseph and Matt Williams, Stat Williams. He made this amazing point. When you are in drop coverage and you're going up against SGA, he will make you pay.
Yeah.
Because he's going to keep on a pick and roll. He's going to keep his guy on his back. And then you're in drop. Now you're giving him the shot that is his money shot. This is the issue for the T-Wolves. It's not only that they get consistency. That's what they need to on the offensive end. But they've got to find a solution on the defensive end.
And the Oklahoma City Thunder will test you, and they will break you.
Yeah.
Right? We saw last series for the Minnesota Timberwolves. We saw togetherness. We saw them having fun. We saw Anthony Edwards singing high praises for Julius Randle and big Rudy Gobert. And then all of a sudden, we're starting to see bad body language. We saw that horrible foul by Jaden McDaniels. Rudy Gobert cannot play in this series. I'm sorry. This is not the series for him against this Oklahoma City Thunder team. He is giving them absolutely nothing. Zero. Defensively and offensively. If I'm Coach Finch, I'm going small, and I'm moving Julius Randle to the 5, and I'm using him as the screener and the roller.
So does that mean you're putting Jalen Clark, the rookie, in the starting lineup? Because that's a lot of responsibility for him, although he has had some success on SGA.
That means I'm just moving Nas Reed in. At this point, you don't have a choice.
He started in 3 of the matchups.
Yeah, but you don't have a choice. You're desperate.
But doesn't Rudy play better with that starting? You bench Rudy, I think you lose Rudy. So
he's lost. He's already
Not
gone.
necessarily. What we saw in the Los Angeles Lakers series is that, the Lakers got a
Rudy
couple of games.
Wilt Chamberlain we saw in that series.
But honestly, they didn't go with drop coverage. They switched. And he was on an island. And at times, people like Luka or LeBron would cook, but still it worked for them in the long run.
Good against the Lakers against who, though, Chiney?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, the numbers were there.
Against who? These people actually got big.
No, I think they're even, speaking of bigs, they're even bigger issues because, if you're allergic to drop coverage, they can also be allergic to the paint. We talk about the strengths of this Oklahoma City team. Like, literally the paint. They took it away from Denver, the best paint scoring team in basketball. Now they're doing it again.
And that's what concerns me because it's not like OKC is hitting a ton of threes on their home court. They only hit 9 threes in game 2. They are scoring in the paint. So now we imagine this OKC team going on the road. They're still going to be able to get easy shots because they're constantly getting in the paint. The points per game in the paint, the difference between the two teams, it is ridiculous.
So you made my point. Rudy is not making a difference. If they're living in the paint and you still playing Rudy and you bench Julius Randle.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
No, but if you think about it, the issue with paint scoring is this is a team that leads the NBA in fast break points per game and points off of turnovers. So sometimes Rudy is not set. They're getting these easy paint points at the rim in transition. But that's what I'm saying.
Chiney, we also saw a ton of floaters over Rudy Gobert in the paint.
But that's because it's drop coverage. That's why I'm saying switch, have him at the point of the screen.
You better not switch out on SGA.
The Thunder, they won Game 2 going away by 15 points. That was their 60th win this season by double figures, which tied the 2017 Warriors for the most in any season all time. Of course, Shea, he was awarded his MVP before the game and showed why. 38 points through his first 2 conference finals games. He has 69 points, somewhere Richard is smiling, which is the most by any player since Carmelo in 2009. Anthony Edwards, though, he became the Wolves' all-time playoff leading scorer, but he was also hounded all night with his 24 of his 26 shots were contested. For more on how Ant can take it to the next level in this series, here's our Tim Legler.
Well, that Oklahoma City defense once again causing a lot of frustration for Minnesota offensively. Anthony Edwards was better, more aggressive in game 2, but there still is one part of his arsenal that has yet to really make an appearance in this series, and it's his three-point shooting. You see the athletic finish, but let's talk about that three-point shooting and why it's been difficult for him to really get on track from out there, considering it's such a big part of his game. You'll see Anthony Edwards here. He's got 2, of course, defenders shading him, as he always does. When he gives this up, when Dort goes to help with that penetration on this kick out, Anthony Edwards has more than enough time and space to either shoot it or give that hard ball fake that he loves to give. Let Dort fly by. One escape dribble, you get off a clean 3. Instead, he holds it, decides to play one-on-one. Now, this is an incredible move in a tight spot. The step through gets to the rim. This was much better for Anthony Edwards in game 2, the paint points. But until we see Anthony Edwards as a dual threat in this series, Minnesota's going to have a very difficult time getting to the number they need to get a win.